Hello you guys, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to do an updated how I use my Notion tour kind of thing. A lot of people asked me recently about my organization and things like that because I've recently been diagnosed with OCD, so I'm going to kind of go into that. I will preface this by saying not a lot has changed since the last time we did this, which was like 2 years ago, because of my OCD. However, we're gonna get into it anyway. I'm gonna show you like the main things that I use and yeah, layouts. And I did use some, I think it was Twinkling, oh I forgot her name, I will try and put it down below. I used her layout and then I just added a lot of my own stuff basically. So this is my main page. As you can see, it's very themed, movie themed. I have all my socials here, all the things that I need to know, all my financial stuff here. I've got weather and I've got a calendar which I use literally all the time. So then we'll go into home. These things here I use the most. So index, which I'll show you, reading directory, money diaries and watch queue. Reading directory, I basically just put like all the books I've read, when I've read them. I'll show you guys basically. It really helps me keep track of everything, to be honest. Like doing this is like genuine joy for me. So if you can see here, I've got my reading goals for 2021, 2022 and 2023. I'm currently on my 4th book of the year already. So as you can see here, I'm currently reading My Body by Emily Ratajkowski, and you've got the date, you've got rating, hardback, paperback, audiobook, genre, pages, cover if you own it, and then a link to where you can get it from. And then these are like all the ones I want to read. I honestly need to update that. So then we go back to home and we've got money diaries, which I'm not going to show, but basically it's where you just keep track of like all your money. It's very helpful for someone like me who is very OCD with my money. Watch queue, which is again brilliant. I track all my shows and movies here, so these are all the shows I'm currently watching, and then there's like a million shows I've watched. Currently on my like 100th show of the year already. And then I like to do gallery view on Notion. I do wish on Notion that they kept gallery view like this, like instead of going to default view. So as you can see here, it has the last 30 days, the movies I've watched, and then the last 7 days. So these are all the movies I've watched this year so far. And then you'll just have like date watched, genre, cover, director, runtime, source, status, summary, and rating. So for example, unfortunately White Noise was not my favourite bound back film, but you know, here's what it is. And so yeah, so those are all that I'm not speaking any English, am I? Then this stuff I'll show you in a second, but you have weekly, big to do, and then my daily everyday shit. I literally just did this so I can delete that. I love this little thing here. So yeah, this is like my daily shit to do. This I will get into, and this I will also get into because they are on separate pages, so I will show you those as well. So Dream Life is basically just a bunch of like personal goals. I haven't really touched that much. Index, it's similar, but it's just like wish list on this one, so I do use it very often. But again, I haven't really changed the layout at all to what Twinkling or Twirling pages, whatever her YouTube is. Didn't really change it that much. Now this one I use all the time. This is my creative content page. I've got a schedule for when I post everything, again, all my socials, and then this is like all the things I have planned. So I plan my YouTube blog mostly on here. Sometimes I do my TikTok stuff on here, dates for when they need to be up, the categories, if they have a sponsor, if I've finished them, and then the final URL. As you can see, this is what I'm currently filming, so next we'll go into editing. I've done like all the stuff I need to do, but I've obviously got a lot coming up. Sponsorships, content, progress, which I actually love to do, YouTube and TikTok video ideas, posting times specifically, just to I keep track of like the trends of when the times are like most at a high. Clothing, I wanted to do a clothing thing, but that kind of fell off. I have Unum, which is an app for Instagram where you can like plan your feed. It's amazing, I use it all the time. And Twitter, I have an astro map where I post all the, well not all, but a good bunch of the astrological shifts going on in the planets, and I go into depth on my notes about what they mean, when they're happening, what it's going to do, and then I make posts for them. Then I have Pixar for thumbnails, Canva for thumbnails, hashtags I use, little plans and little goals, things I've done and need to do, page board, mood board, thumbnail mood board, and then I just have a bunch of my book shit down here, and then on social media creative life goals. So that's that. And then we have academia, which I think a lot of people use Notion for. It's very helpful to use for. These are my classes: industry pitch, branding content, script writing, and industry investigation. So you can put who is teaching you what, when the work is due. You can put a little plan. I love that this image is above that. Don't even ask. Another playlist. So then I had all my assignments here, and I'll go to the main page for a second. It's on the academia page, and you basically just tick it off if you've completed it, and they disappear from that page, but they are still on your main homepage. That way you can just kind of see what you've done, see what you've not done, very easily. So as you can see, I have done everything. Woo! And then after a semester ends, I delete all of these from here and put in the new ones that will be due. Same for YouTube stuff, content stuff. Usually you can see, if you press the filter, you can see like all the past ones you've done, which would literally be hundreds for me since I've been using this for almost 4 years. So I like to just see the things that I need to do instead of all that mess. Aside from that, I don't really use Notion for anything else, but I do use it every day, literally every day. It is so helpful, and I don't think I would ever really change around my layouts that much, which is why this isn't even much of an update, but more so just a how to use it, like what you could use these pages for. I will try put the link below to the layouts that I use. You basically just put them into Notion and you design them however you want yourself to look like your page. I love Notion so much. Notion, please sponsor me. I think like my dream sponsor would be Notion. I love them so much, and I just use it every day. It's so helpful. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this short video. I know it's not much of an update, but I just wanted to do a small updated one, just because I still use it every day, and it's so helpful when people were asking me like, how do I keep on top of things? This is how. Literally only this is how. I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you enjoyed this. I love you so much. Mwah.